What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know what today is? Today is Tuesday, another Tackle Tip Tuesday. You know what, guys? I enjoy doing these, and I'm getting a lot of feedback on them from you guys, and I just really think it's going good. So, like I said, any other questions you guys have, I'm trying to answer all of them. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see, technique, bait-wise, rod-wise, whatever you want to see. Big one. I just got back from iCast, literally just rolled in today a little bit ago, and I figured what better way to kick off Tackle Tip Tuesday with some new products, some new baits coming out here at StrikeKing. Now, we have a ton of new baits, a ton of new product, a ton of new rods, a ton of new lures. I'm gonna try to do them one by one by one. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I have a couple here with me right now. The rest of the new product is coming. It's coming to my house. So we should have it here any other day. You know, iCast, guys, it's crazy, right? So all these companies like StrikeKing, Lews, Quantum, Zepco, Daiwa, Rapala, it's tons of company. Every company in the industry is there. It's chaos, really. And, leading up to iCast, we're all trying to get these baits designed, try to get them done, manufactured, and it's a lot of work, guys. It's really stressful on the guys back at the office, the product team, the marketing team, trying to plan iCast. iCast is not easy. As a company, as an organization, it is not easy. It's a lot of headache more than it is good, but we got through it. Very, very great week. We had a lot of good feedback on all our new products, all our new launches, and I was excited about it. I think it went really, really well. I think it's one of the best product releases that StrikeKing has had as a whole, and Lews as well. And that's another thing. I'll go over the rods and reels too we released at iCast. New reels. We got some pretty sick reels, guys. I'm pretty excited about it. But without further ado, focusing on StrikeKing today. This is a pretty cool one right here, guys. There's a lot of, and the name of it's gonna catch you kind of off guard, and it's called the Final Copy. So what this is a 6-inch harness swim bait. Your mag drafts, your coal shads. This is the Final Copy, and I think it's a cool name. I really do, and but this bait's completely different than any other harness swim bait out there. So we have two of them. We have a 6-inch and a 4 3/4 inch. We have 10 different colors in both sizes. Now, so this harness, guys, is super, super cool. I've already been throwing this Carolina Chrome around a little bit. But, so we have the harness right here, of course, on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can really see that. But we have it on a split ring, right? So honestly, if you're in the scenario of skipping around docks or skipping in heavy cover, you're kind of getting hung up, getting annoyed. So the cool thing, that's why we designed this, the cool thing about this, you can undo that split ring right there. Undo it right here from the bottom and move it towards the top. We have a top harness where you can apply the harness, put your split ring on right here up top, or you can run a double rig harness. I know a lot of guys do that. You guys know if you've thrown, swim baits like this in the pre-spawn, or even when they're spawning, they'll come up and slap at it a lot. You'll get a lot of bites, but the hookups sometimes not that great. So you could also, like I said, you can run a double harness, or you can just run a traditional single harness. Guys, this thing, it's incredible. It really is. I've been playing with this. I think we had the first run of it about 4 months ago. The first version of it. And this is actually the first version, and I'll tell you guys what we changed. So first thing, you can kind of see that hook was a wee bit too small. So we actually put a number 4 owner on it, and it's perfect for the 4 3/4 inch Final Copy. Now the big one was fine from the get-go. But and here's another thing we did. So the biggest thing with a harness swim bait, if you guys have noticed this, throwing around, skipping around, you make that perfect cast up underneath that dock, and you get it back, and it looks like that. The hook comes undone. You don't get that right action. You make that perfect cast, and it just pisses you off, just because, 9 out of 10 times you probably couldn't do it again. I've done it plenty of times, but it really, the magnet is the most important thing in this. So when you're making that perfect cast, you should know in your head when you're throwing the Final Copy that, and this is another reason right here. So this is the first version, but we noticed right away the magnet was not strong enough. So we sent it back, we redesigned the magnet, we redesigned the harness, and we made the magnet 4 times stronger than this one right here in my hand, guys. So like I said, that's a really, really big player. You do not want that thing to come undone unless it gets in a fish's mouth. Now that's where the in-between comes. You got to have a magnet that can hold the hook when you're casting. You got to have a magnet that can let go of the hook when a fish bites it. So that's where we found this in-between magnet where I think the system is absolutely dialed. The harness is incredible. And at iCast, we actually had the harness outside of the swim bait body itself. And I wish I had that with me just so I could show to you guys the internals of it. I actually might rip this apart right here and try it anyways. But it's an incredible harness the way this thing's designed. Oh, look here, I'm just gonna rip it apart. There we go. All right, so of course, like I said, so this is the harness. I just ripped it out of the swim bait. The magnet's back here in the back. So another problem that I've seen with other swim baits, harness swim baits, is you catch a couple fish on it, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. You catch 5 or 6, 10 fish on it, and the magnet's gone. So that's something that's really, really important. So what we did, we have the wire coming off of the lead right here, your weighted head. We siliconed or epoxied the magnet into the harness to where that magnet will not move one bit. So no matter how many bass you catch on it, the hook's probably gonna ruin before the magnet will, I'll say that. So, and you can see right here too with the harness out, here's your top where you can move your split ring up to the top of the harness. So that's your line tie right here, clearly where my line is. You can move your harness up to the top and make it more of a weedless swim bait. Like I said, skip around dock, skip around heavy cover, whatever it might be. So that 4 3/4 inch final copy, that's a bad son of a gun right there, guys. And I'm gonna tear out the big one right here. So you can see the size difference, of course. This is big brother, that's little brother. So the 6-inch, guys, this thing is an absolute unit of a swim bait. The coolest thing I've figured out about this final copy, and this is kind of what we want to do when we designed it, is the worst thing about throwing like a mag draft or a lot of other harness swim baits out there is you got to wind it really, really, really slow. Now, there's in between with that. When you're winding it real slow and you're just getting that little bitty wobble out of it, that's sometimes what they want. You can do that with the final copy. You can wind it really, really slow. The sink ratio is really not that bad. It's about the same as the other swim baits. I think it's a little bit faster, which I like. I like to sink down a little bit faster so I can reel it a little bit faster. But here's the biggest thing I've seen about the final copy, whether it's the 6-inch or the 4 3/4. Guys, you throw this thing out there, it hits the water and you can reel it dang near as fast as you want to reel it, and it will not blow out. So I actually, when we was testing, we got the first runs of these. I was up at the office in South Carolina. So me and a couple guys went down, that design team, we went down to Murray and started throwing them around. And the first thing we noticed is that you can burn it. And when we was there, the fish were kind of gagged up on the point, schooling type deal. So we just throw it out there and, just steady retrieve back, nothing too crazy, but you do that with other brands. And I'm not knocking other brands, guys. Don't take that. I'm just comparing. I think, the mag draft is incredible swim bait. It was the first one to ever come out, and it's been around for a long, long time. It's caught a ton of bass. I still own a bunch of them, but I'm just telling you guys, this final copy, I'm blown away with it. I really am. And final copy, I just love that name. I don't know why, it just kicks with me, but like I said, guys, the biggest thing is I've seen you can throw it out there and wind it back. And same thing goes with the 6-inch as the 4 3/4. Of course, we have the split ring right here with your harness down to your swivel. You can also move it up top, on top of the head, and have a top hook harness on a swim bait. So what I mean by that, guys, is I don't know, I can explain a little bit better, but when you're throwing it around in cover, this swim bait's going to set like this in a water column. You're nicking it over wood. Well, of course, it's going to catch that wood. So with moving that harness up top, you're going to get a lot more deflection. You're not going to get hung up as much. So that's a cool feature, like I said, that we did. I'm really, really impressed with. And just the detail of these final copies, of the colors we have, the crystal shad. We have tons of different shads color. Of course, Carolina chrome. Sorry, I got the doors open. Truck ran by. It's hot here in Tennessee, if you were wondering. But like I said, tons of different colors. And you know, we're probably going to expand on this as the year goes on, you know, and try to get that medium depth range between like a slow sinking, a medium sinking, and a fast sinking. You know, that's what a lot of you guys want. You know, I mean, you can take this final copy right here and go throw it out in 20 foot of water and, you know, let it sink to the bottom, and it's going to get there pretty quick. And but you can fish it in 2 inches of water, you can fish it in 20 feet of water. So that's a super cool thing about the final copy. And guys, you know, I really am blown away by, you know, the way this swim bait turned out. I'm really ecstatic about it. I think it's going to be a huge player. Like I said, we have a 6-inch and a 4 3/4. We have 10 different sizes. The harness is dialed in. The magnet is dialed in. Everything is dialed in about this, even the colors. But you know, the rod, I'm not going to grab one, but I'll talk to you guys about it. You know, the rod is a really big player when you're throwing, you know, a harness swim bait and, you know, throwing up shallow, skipping it around. Guys think big swim baits, big rods, you know, you guys might try something different or do something different, but for me, I throw it on a 7.3 medium heavy. I actually throw it on the bladed jig rod, the custom light rod, and I throw it on 15 pound. Yes, I said 15 pounds, because you're gonna get tons more action out of the swim bait on lighter line, and you really don't need, you know, 25 pound line on a harness swim bait like the final copy or even the mag draft. It's just what I've always done. I feel like my accuracy's 10 times better. Yes, it weighs, you know, quite a bit, but that rod loads up and you just got a lot more control of it than, you know, throwing it on a broomstick and it's just going all over the place. That's just what I do. But, you know, of course I throw it on probably 8-2 to 1 because I'm a fast guy reel. You know, some guys throw it on 6-4 to 1, but I like a faster gear ratio. Of course, a bigger spool like a BB1 Pro would be a great reel for it, and, you know, a big heavy duty reel. But, you know, all in all, guys, it's a great deal, and I'm excited about this year's new product, guys. I've been keeping it a secret. I've been keeping the rods a secret, and I finally get to share with you guys, you know, the ins and outs of it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen it, and you know, there's a lot of iCast, guys. There's a lot of hate because people say, oh, well, you copied a bait, you did this, you did that. Well, here's the final copy. Done. Final copy. StrikeKing final copy. That's a cool name. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I enjoy doing the Tackle Tip Tuesdays a lot. I really do. I'm trying to sit here and do a bunch of different videos to build it up so we don't miss a Tuesday. And, you know, it's all thanks to you guys. You know, the channel is growing. It really is. I'm excited about this. And it's all thanks to you guys watching. Make sure, like I said, to subscribe, hit the like button, turn that notification bell on. Don't forget, we post Tuesdays and Fridays. Tackle Tip Tuesdays and Fridays. You know, tournament videos could be, you know, a shop detour or a shop tour. It could be a Tuesday night tournament. You know, all my opens are on there. Toyotas are on there. And I just got back from St. Clair and we caught him. Caught 21 pounds, didn't get a check, or barely got a check. Got 43rd. It was incredible. But I'm excited to share that video with you guys. But anyways, I'm done with this video. The final copy, the StrikeKing final copy. Brand new, 2024. I'll see you guys on the next one. Appreciate it.